y'all.
This is my husband, Jared.
This is my wife, Jennie.
And this is Cherry Pie Cottage.
Coming at you from Lubbock, Texas.
Episode number 7. Lucky 7. We made it.
So,
like, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
7.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ooh, 7. All right.
What you drinking?
Ooh, I am drinking some really good iced coffee right now that my beautiful wife made, and I almost just dumped all over myself.
Hey, I think. Yep. Ooh, flash flood warning for Lubbock County.
All right. Ooh. Well, the weather's turning sour, apparently.
Yep.
So, what has been happening these last 2 weeks?
Well, speaking of weather, it's rained this last week.
Yay!
Yay! And we got hail. Like,
there are many children who
time.
did not know what rain was here. No, it hadn't been that bad.
He knows.
So, we got some rain, we got some hail.
You forgot to ask me about my coffee.
Well, that's because it dinged and...
Oh, yeah.
Well, here, we'll go back.
It's okay. It's too late now. We've moved on.
Okay.
But just so you
know. That was like
know,
a week ago anyway.
I'm drinking iced coffee too.
So.
Because it's summer and it's hot, and hot coffee is not great. So I make cold brew.
Not so much. Okay. So, as far as what's been going on here, like we said, it's been raining, it's been hailing. The kids, Stink Bug and Monkey,
are done with school. Yay!
So no more homeschool until
August. Until about mid-August.
You know what my mother asked me today? She didn't realize that we gave them a summer vacation.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would we not?
I don't know.
That's weird.
She was like, "Are they going to keep doing school?" And I said, "No, they're getting their summer vacation."
Well, Stinkbug's going to have like 10 math problems.
Yeah, he's gonna do some math, do some spelling.
No spelling.
No spelling?
No spelling.
Okay, so some math.
Yeah.
That way he doesn't forget how.
Because he all of a sudden has decided that he can't remember anything if we don't do it every 2 days. So to solve that problem, we're going to be doing some IXL. It's just 10 questions in the morning. It takes him like literally 5 minutes. But maybe now he won't purposefully forget. He'll actually remember. So
go ahead.
Do you have anything else to talk about from the last 2 weeks?
Well, we figured out which one of our dogs is the chewer.
Yeah.
We came home, Sunday?
I mean, they both chew on things, but they have toys. We have to get them a Bully Make box because they destroy all of the toys. So we get a Bully Make box for them, and it comes with toys that are made specifically for power chewers, which they both very much are.
So if you have a dog that loves to chew on stuff and will destroy common peasant toys, then you really should consider getting a Bully Make box. It's a monthly subscription for like...
It's like $42, including shipping.
Per month.
And yeah, they get 4 toys, plus you could have the option to get 2 bags of treats, but we don't do that for ours because our dogs, their stomachs are not built for those kind of treats.
They got little sissy stomachs.
Well, it's kind of our fault. When we got them, we always would give them fresh fruits and vegetables for snacks and treats. Well, they kind of got used to that, and now they can't handle things like milkworms.
Yeah. But anyway.
They love watermelon ice cubes.
And we figured this out because one of them got out of their kennel while we were out of the house.
We're going to pop up a picture of which one.
We'll put a picture up of both of them. And we'll let you know which one is the chewer. So we got home Sunday? Sunday night, and she had gotten out of her kennel. And
no, it was Wednesday night.
Wednesday night? Okay, Wednesday night. She had gotten out of her kennel by the time we made it home. And for some reason, I have a little cubby by the front door that I put my wallet, my keys, and my hat when I come home from work in there. She likes to go and pull my hats out and chew on them.
Only when we're gone.
Yeah.
When we're at home, she knows better.
She doesn't mess with anything that's not hers while we're here at the house. However, if she gets out of her kennel while we're gone, she wants to punish us, or me specifically, by chewing on my hat.
Because she got a hold of his purple cushion the last time.
Yeah.
That was the last time we let them stay out by themselves. Here's the cute, sweet one.
Mm-hmm.
That is too dumb for her own good sometimes.
Yes.
But she's so sweet.
She's a typical dumb dog.
She is sweet as can be. She minds the rules. She gets in trouble once for something and never does it again. Then we have Nawa, who is sweet as can be, but smart as a whip. Oh my goodness. She will repeatedly do the same thing over and over and over and over again, even though she gets in trouble for it. Because if you give her like this much leeway, she takes the whole mile.
Doesn't that kind of make her the dumb one, though?
No.
If she's doing the same thing again and again, no matter how many times she gets in trouble for it.
She keeps trying it because she thinks eventually she's going to wear us down and be able to just get away with it.
Maybe.
And with the kids, that works. She has not figured out that that only works with the kids. It does not work with mom and dad.
Yeah.
So.
She has commandeered Monkey's bed as her own. Because Monkey decided, you know what, I'll let the dogs up on my bed. We gave them the option. We said, if you want to let them do it, then go right ahead. She did it, and now that's not her bed anymore. That is Nawa's bed.
Yes. And their names are short for, Kiki's is short for Waikiki.
In Hawaii.
Uh-huh. And Nawa's is short for Okinawa in Japan.
Yes.
We, as you know, we used to live in Japan on the island of Okinawa, and we got to visit Hawaii.
Yeah.
So
we did get to spend a whole month on
Oahu.
Is it Oahu?
Oahu.
Oahu.
Which is not the island that is like got the major volcanoes going on right now. That's the main island of Hawaii.
That's actually Hawaii.
But we got to go to Hawaii.
We got sent.
Yeah.
So.
Medical reasons. I had to have surgery and, anyways, we got to spend a month there, and only about a week of it was in the hospital or the hotel. The rest of the time we got to kind of go out and about.
Yeah. Which was kind of weird because of, well, we don't need to go into
why we were there.
Well, no, not
you
that,
can.
but the medical device that you had to wear while for a while.
I have a picture of that on my old phone.
Oh, do we want to put it up? I don't think we need to put that up.
It was 2 tubes. I had drains in my neck because they took my thyroid and several lymph nodes out. So they had to put drains in to make sure that it wasn't going, fluid was not going to build up there where they had removed all of those things. So I had tubes sticking out with drains pinned to my shirt, and I was not about to go out in public with those on. So, and I had big old medical grade purple super glue right here over my scar. So I wasn't gonna do that. I almost like double knitted a stitch and didn't mean to because I'm talking and not paying attention.
So that is what has been going on here the last 2 weeks. So now we want to talk about the cowl and the mal that are going on. Do you want to talk about the cowl first?
Why don't we just go ahead and talk about the mal, because though that plays into Faux Party.
Okay. So as you all know, May 1st we started a make-along to benefit the Ronald McDonald House. You can make anything you want out of anything you want. If you're doing something with yarn, we would prefer cotton or acrylic.
Cotton or acrylic, yeah.
Yes, cotton or acrylic. Just to avoid any kind of wool allergies or whatever.
Linen is okay, so if it's like a cotton linen blend, that should be okay, because that's what I knit out of.
Okay.
So, and I think your tail is cotton linen too.
No.
Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you. Continue.
So it can be knit, it can be crochet, it can be sewed, it can be baked, it can be built, whatever you want to do in order to donate and benefit the Ronald McDonald House. For those of you who don't quite understand what the Ronald McDonald House is, It is a house or a living facility for parents of critically ill children. Children that have to stay in the hospital for extended periods of time in order to receive their treatment. What it is the house or living facility is centrally located to the main hospital that's going to have the pediatric ICU or the neonatal ICU. And it takes that burden off of the parents, where if they have to travel into wherever this hospital is, then they don't have to worry about finding a hotel. They don't have to worry about where they're going to eat because the Ronald McDonald house always has food there in it. And we had to use it when Stinkbug was born. He had to spend a month in the hospital in the ICU. And really, we were only like 45 minutes away, maybe an hour away from where we lived. But
we also had a 4-year-old.
We also had a 4-year-old. And doing all that back and forth traveling is not conducive to
when you're already
a parent's mental well-being.
Yeah, that, and we were really kind of poor.
We were. So, if you want to participate in the MAL, join the Ravelry group. Mm-hmm. There is a thread open for finished objects, and there's a thread open for just general chatter. And join the group, post in there. Again, it can be anything you want. If you want to knit a toy, knit a toy. If you want to bake a cookie, then bake a cookie.
The only stipulation is you personally had to make it.
Right.
You can't go buy a toy.
If you want to buy toys and donate them, then that's great. I'm sure they will still accept them. But for the purposes of the MAL, those will not be eligible for prizes. And we do have prizes. We have some that we personally pulled from our own stash. Mm-hmm. And we received some donations. And that's the other aspect of it. If you're a maker, if you are a dyer, a spinner, a sewer, whatever, if you want to donate something, we're not asking you to, but we do welcome those things. If you want to donate something to be a giveaway for the MAL, then...
Or the cowl.
Or the cowl, which we'll get to the cowl in a moment. Mm-hmm. Then we will gladly accept those donations, and they will be given out as prizes. So
and you don't even have to be a maker. We some of the donations we got were from a very, very sweet viewer.
Yes.
Who does not want us to mention her name.
And we won't. I don't even know her name. You never even told me her name.
Anyways, but a very sweet viewer donated some items that we will show at the end of the podcast in the tail end.
So much.
Yeah. A lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah. So, like I said, the threads are open right now. Currently, today is what, the 19th? Yes. Yeah. Today's the 19th of May, and there's nothing in there. So, if you want to be eligible for the prizes, right now, you post one thing, you're guaranteed to win. Okay? So...
And it's cumulative. So, if you put something in May, you have a chance to win May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
All the way through the end of November, you have a chance to win. We're not going to take your name out of the bucket to win. So
we are going to close the thread June 1st, though, while we draw.
Right.
And then we'll open it back up, and we will announce the winner on the next podcast.
So let me just verify here on Ravelry.
I already did. Do you need to?
Oh, I got it right here. No, I got it. Okay. So the McDonald House MAL chatter thread, McDonald House MAL FO thread.
Just us.
I've posted one thing in there, and I'll get to that in a moment. I posted mine in the chatter thread though, so that way my name doesn't come up as a winner for the giveaway.
Yeah, because we're.
I would give an amazing acceptance speech if I won, but I was told that I was not allowed to. No. So
He's like, well, if we draw that number, then it will just draw to another. And I was like, no, because that's not fair, because then that takes away from the person either before you or after you that could have won. So, because when you delete...
their random number could still pop up.
Well, when you delete that, it still leaves your number there. It still takes away that number. So, to be fair, I don't think there should be no chatter or only entrance. And you get an entry for each item.
Yeah.
So if you knit 2, put in two entries into the thread. One for each. And
the best part about it, I don't have any rules of 1 row and a bind off. Okay? You could have knit this 46 years ago. Okay? If you want to donate it now to the Ronald McDonald House, I would suggest maybe knitting something new, but it can still be an entry. Okay? And it is all honor system. If you say you donated it, then we're going to trust that you donated it. If you donated time to go up there and just sit with some parents who are really struggling,
just pop a picture in.
Then just, I don't need some community service form signed by the Ronald McDonald House.
It can be a picture of your Ronald McDonald House. It doesn't have to be you in the picture or the couple in the picture, but you just need a picture in there.
Yeah.
So. There's something else I was going to say about that.
Must not have been too important.
Oh, if you would rather just mail it to us, we will take it in when we take our stuff in November to donate.
Yeah, so. If you don't have a Ronald McDonald House near you, or maybe you just don't feel like getting out and going and donating it, then that's fine. We'll message us. We'll get you our address, and then you can just send it to us. Mm-hmm. So that is the Ronald McDonald House MAL. Yep. So do we want to talk about the cowl or go into faux party?
The cowl can wait until we went to whip it. So that's why I was saying talk about the MAL first, because that's all of our faux. So
basically,
yeah. So it's time for
faux party. I actually have one.
Can I go first? Because I have 2, and then you can go.
I guess.
So I knit 2 Preemie hats.
My first faux in like 3 weeks.
Really? Really?
Not 3 weeks, like 3 episodes. Like a month and a half.
That's ridiculous. It's because you finally got your mojo back. Okay, anyways, I knit Preemie hats for babies 1 to 3 pounds. And oh my goodness, this is so tiny. It looks like it should be like the toe of a worsted weight sock. But
this is what you call et-det. These are et-det.
What?
ETBT.
Oh. This is coming off a lot more orange than it really is.
Yeah, it's.
This is more of like a corally.
It's kind of a muted coral.
See, I'm trying to like block the light.
It looks like you're playing a theremin.
No, I'm not. Sorry, we moved our TV over here, so I'm like staring at the TV.
We're trying a new setup here,
but this is the cabled version. And I'll let him talk about his other faux before I show the other one.
Not my other, my only.
Your only.
Okay. And this is like my first faux in 3 episodes, which is 6 weeks, month and a half. I finally finished something. And I posted her to Instagram, and she is a girl.
Even though she's boy colors.
It's not boy colors.
Orange is boy colors, in my opinion.
Anyway.
But maybe it's because I hate orange.
It's a bonbon.
She's a teenage bonbon.
She's my sassy teenage bonbon. So, with a little bunny butt.
Her ears do separate, though.
Yeah, her ears.
You should have done 4.
4 ears?
Yeah, and done the orange underneath, or orange on one side and gray on the other. Like an orange insert.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No. Anyway. So this is my bonbon. I knit her out of some yarn.
Do I need to tell you? You told me last time not to tell you, not to interrupt and talk. So.
What yarn did I use?
Knit Picks.
This is Knit Picks.
Cotton worsted.
Cotton worsted. And I know the colors. The gray is Whisker. And the orange is Carrot. So I have a whiskery carrot Bonbon bunny. Now, I have a piece of advice for all of you out there. And this is my expert knitting advice. All right. If you are going to knit something from a pattern, make sure you follow the pattern. Okay? I had to do some cowboy knitting to reposition her legs, because the way I had attached them, they would always turn around backwards like this, just naturally turn around backwards. So I had to do some weird stuff to it, and nothing against the pattern. The pattern,
it was all
Susan Claudino. This is her pattern.
Because you did it right the first time you did this pattern.
Yes, this is her Bonbon pattern with a bunny butt. The pattern is extremely well written. The problem was apparently I don't know how to read. Okay, so when I cast off one of the legs, I did it wrong. When I attached the legs, I guess I did that wrong too. So it's a bonbon. It's imperfect, but whenever you knit stuff, it's going to be imperfect. So this is my first donation for the Ronald McDonald MAL. And like I said, this is just in the chatter thread. I didn't put it in the FO thread. See, this is why I think she's a sassy teenager, because she like keeps her head leans that way.
It's because you put her ears that way.
But even when I don't know. Anyway. So, gave her a little nose even. So that's my 6-week FO.
Okay.
It did only take me, it actually took me less than 2 weeks to knit her, and I didn't even knit every night. So.
This one might fit her head, because this one's got a little bit more give. Hold on.
Okay, show it and then we'll see.
Okay, so I knit a second Preemie Head. This one and the other one are both knit out of Knit Picks Cotton DK.
That was not what.
Yeah, our dog just made a really weird noise. But that's normal for her. But this one, same pattern, I just didn't do the cables. Because I just didn't. And this one took me literally an hour and a half this morning to make. And this one is slightly bigger and gives a little bit more. But it's supposed to be for new preemies 1 to 3 pounds. So, but I think this one might fit on her head, but might not, probably not. I think her head's too big. Yeah, don't stretch it too much.
Well, what is that saying when the Bonbon head is too big for the Preemie Head? Yeah.
It's stretched.
A little bit. Her ponytail hanging out the back. But.
So, and I have not washed or blocked these. I am going to do that right before we take them. I don't want to do it beforehand. I want to do it like right before we go to donate them. So, but, and that's the only faux we have. Wah, wah.
Yep.
But that is more important than finishing other items.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
But that's all for faux party.
It's still my goal to do one every 2 weeks. Or I don't want to take more than 2 weeks to knit one. I'm already behind if I'm supposed to start one every 2 weeks. Exactly.
So if you start one today, then you should be good for 2 weeks. As long as you have another one finished before the next podcast, you're fine. You're still on time. So, but he's knitting for like kids and teenagers.
Yeah.
I'm knitting for toddlers and down.
Just something that will occupy a child's hands while the parents are talking with doctors, or while they have to sit in the hospital room for endless hours. Just something that, and you know, as long as the hospital stay has a happy ending, you know, they have something that they can then take home with them and have that happy memory.
Well, also, since we are donating in November, we're also thinking, like, Christmas gifts for those kids that are still left in the hospital at Christmas.
Yeah.
Something just nice.
So,
what's your next thing you were going to knit?
My next thing is going to be another Susan Claudino pattern, the Callie and Mari squid. I have the pattern somewhere. I just don't know where right now. So if you want to know what it looks like, go on Ravelry. Look up Callie, Mari, something like that.
There's also the wasabi, which is her whale.
Yeah, she's got a whale. I want to do the weenie dog.
Oh, her newest one.
She's got a new pattern on it.
Rusty the Rocket Dog.
Rusty the Rocket Dog. It's a little weenie dog. I might actually do that one next, but I'd have to buy the pattern.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I have like a bunch of those in my cart on Ravelry that I want to buy. So if we're gonna do it, we need to buy them all at once.
So I mean,
we love Susan Claudino's toy patterns.
Her patterns are amazingly written.
She explains stitches.
even a dummy can figure it out as long as he doesn't get too ahead of himself and actually read the pattern.
She also has like explanations in the back with pictures of stitches that some people have never done, like the center double decrease. We had never done that before we had knit toys.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah. We knew of knit, purl, slip, knit, and knit two together.
Maybe she invented it.
No, she didn't. It was the fact that we were noobs.
Oh, we were.
And now for something completely different.
So we were talking earlier about all the rain we've
Yeah.
been getting lately. Do you know why you have to be careful when it's raining cats and dogs?
Why?
Because you might step in a poodle.
That's really dumb.
No, I know. You know, like we said the last 2 episodes, I think, we went and saw Avengers Infinity War. Anyway, you know, I cannot for the life of me figure out why Marvel has never put advertisements on Hulk. He's literally a giant banner.
That's so dumb. Why am I laughing? That's a joke that Stinkbug would come up with.
So a grasshopper walks into a bar. Bartender looks at the grasshopper and says, "I'm going to make you a drink named after you." Grasshopper looks at the bartender and says, "You have a drink named Steve?"
That's just dumb.
That's the one I was saying you'll just roll your eyes at.
I'm still laughing. That's why I married this man, because he can make me laugh. Is there anything else in the news, dear?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Well, breaking news has been brought to you today by coffee. Now it's time for Whip It. Whip it good. So,
what are you whipping?
I am whipping something up for our cowl. Cowl. Okay, my Texan accent gets in the way of certain words.
She trips over her accent every once in a while.
I wouldn't say every once in a while. I'd say it's like a daily.
That is.
So.
What's that breakfast food you put gravy on?
Biscuits.
Biscuits?
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
I don't say it like that. It's like biscuits.
For anybody who enjoys doing weird accents or whatever, if you're trying to figure out a southern Texas accent, maybe even like a Georgia or Tennessee accent.
I wouldn't even say southern Texas because southern Texas is completely different from
not
West
southern
Texas.
Texas, but just southern/Texan. Okay? The vowels in your words, you have to put in at least 2 of the sounds that vowel makes. Okay? Like biscuit becomes biscuit. because you got to do the E and the I sound for the I. Biscuit. Okay? Helpful piece of advice.
Mm. How do you say OIL?
Oil.
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 It's not oil.
No, it's not oil.
Her father says oil.
Yeah, and both of our dads say wash.
Yeah.
No, my dad says wash. My mom, your parents.
My dad.
Both your parents say it.
Yeah.
Say wash.
Wash.
He is from
Houston, Corpus Christi.
Which is the southern part.
Yep.
I'm from Plainview, Lubbock. Like, Plainview is right smack dab between Lubbock and Amarillo.
Yeah.
But West Texas, just
Yeah.
simplify it. So our accents are different. His is not as heavy because it's more of a metroplex down there. Mine is heavier because it's more ranchers and farmers and oilmen. So my cousin and his family, if you think mine's heavy, oh my goodness. My cousin, his kids, they're cute as can be, and they're sweet, and I love them to death, but their accent is way heavier than mine, if you can believe that.
Anyway.
And I don't think they'd ever watch this, so if you want to...
Anyway, let's get this train back on the tracks. Sorry about that.
We waffled on.
Yeah. We kind of went down a rabbit hole there.
Yeah. So, for our cowl, not our cowl, our cowl, you can knit any of the Cozy Up with the Stitch and Sisters patterns. And whips are included. As long as you had one row and a bind off to do on May 1st, which is when our cowl started. And this is running through the end of July. And, so yeah. Last week I had cast this yarn on to do a sister's cowl, but just the eyelet section. And I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to do that. I'll get, I'll do it. I won't get bored. Well, I got bored. 4 repeats in, I got bored.
Somehow and then she lost her mojo this last week.
I don't know what's going on. But this yarn is by Barn Owl. And it is the colorway Picture It, Sicily. Which I picked this one because the Knit for Brains podcast is doing a fandom cowl.
And B. Arthur is her role model.
I know. I am not a Golden Girls fan. And they said you don't even have to be a fan. But I know that there are Golden Girls fans out there, and this is a Golden Girls reference on the colorway. So, double duty. I said duty. I was waiting for him to say it. We have a 10-year-old boy that lives in the house, so...
And apparently a 10-year-old girl is on the podcast with me today.
And you just made me almost knock coffee out.
Again?
Yeah, so thanks.
You're welcome.
We actually had somebody comment last week wanting to know if I had spit coffee yet or not. He has made me do it before. Last week, almost. Not quite. This week, almost. Kiki.
What is she doing?
She's over there licking herself, and it sounds gross. But, anyways, so this yarn sat in the sister's cowl, and I didn't know if I was going to finish it or cast on something else or let it sit and maybe I'd come back to it and want to knit on it again. But then Jamie, sweet Jamie, we love her. They just released their Triple Treat Shawl set. I woke up to this in my library, so I was excited. So I immediately frogged that cowl and cast this on. And in this one, you get 3 different shapes, all in one pattern. It's the same sections, but you could do, you have a crescent, you have an asymmetrical triangle, and a top-down triangle.
Otherwise known as the Dorito pattern.
It's not a Dorito pattern. That does not look like a Dorito. there's your crescent. Since he wants to be snotty. Then you have your asymmetrical, which is what I'm knitting because I love this shape. It is so easy to wear and you don't have like 300-400 stitches on the end before you bind off. Because you knit from one corner all the way over to the other flat side. So you you start here and knit and bind off this side. So, and then your last option is your top-down triangle, which is what I started out knitting. When I first started knitting, I knit a ton of these. But I'm knitting the asymmetrical triangle. And now that I have talked on and on and on and on about this pattern, and I've shown you the yarn, let's show you what I've actually knitted. So I've done knitted.
Wouldn't it just be knit?
Knitted.
Okay. Nat, maybe?
So I am on, let's see, there are 3 sections that you just repeat. So you have your garter, you have your lace, and then you have your drop 'em section, which I love the drop 'em section because that is a lot of real estate that takes like 2 rows to do. It's awesome. But I have already done 1 repeat of all 3 of them, and now I am like halfway through the second repeat and then only have 1 more. So that tells you something, the fact that I knit all of this garter and I'm already halfway through, that I did not get bored. That I actually knit the garter, because we all know how I do with garter. I get to garter that's like endless and I put it away. But I love this pattern. So if you, and it's very easy to follow. Very. So the hardest thing you have is slip slip knit. So if you know how to knit 2 together, slip slip knit and yarn over, you're good. It's really easy. And it's going to be so nice to wear here because it doesn't really get like cold like it does up in Canada where they're from. And so I'm excited, and it's really light colors, which this is really not my color box. I usually go with more bright, but I really liked it. I picked this yarn because I like the colors, not because of the name. I got this last year. They have a shop in San Antonio, and it's the Yarn Barn in San Antonio. But their hand-dyed yarn is Barn Owl Yarns, and they are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter. Well, you tweet somebody on Twitter. So, anyways, we all know how words kind of fall out of my mouth sometimes. But this is 400 yards per 100 grams, 70% superwash merino, and 30% silk, and it's a single ply. So it is like butter to knit with. It's
just like butter. It's like 2 big sticks of butter.
I knew he was going to do that the minute I said it. And I regretted it the minute I said it.
You should.
But, so this is double duty for our cowl and for the Knit for Brains cowl. And as long as, for the Knit for Brains cowl, they said that as long as you can make a connection somehow to a fandom, that it counts. So, here's 1 entry. And then I also have my socks that are all Disney socks from Desert Vista Dye Works that I should probably get done. Probably won't, but those would count too because they're all princess yarn. But that's it for this one. Do you want to talk or do you want me to go again?
No, I want to show them what I've
knit.
So, again, it's still my Thneed. Had
to adjust the purple cushion.
Yeah. I I haven't made much progress on it, as you can tell from the last time, because I was working on my Bonbon. But this is my... Let me grab it. I actually have the pattern this week. This is the Brownstone sweater pattern by Jared Flood. And I am using Knit Picks Swish Worsted in the Marine Heather base, or colorway rather, not the base. I have that, and I also have a Barocco alpaca.
Barocco.
Whatever. And that's going to be some orange stripes going across the elbow. And I've showed this one before, but here's the other sleeve.
The orange ended up because he just couldn't knit the blue.
Yeah, I just needed something in there to break it up.
So we had to stop there because our son was barking at the dogs.
Yes.
Barking at the dogs.
Our 10-year-old.
Well, in his defense, you do it to him too.
Well, great.
When they're outside at the door, one dog, if you bark at her, she'll bark back.
Man-child.
And it's funny.
Anyway. So, Knit Picks, Swish Worsted, Marine Heather, Barocco alpaca. I can't remember what that color is called, if it has a name. But
that was like one of the first ones you ever bought, though.
Very first ones I ever bought.
And you ripped it in half when you first started knitting.
Yeah, well, that's because of how tight I used to knit.
Because it's an alpaca blend, isn't it?
No, it's just straight alpaca.
Oh. Well, that
like
spot right there is going to be really warm then.
It's 100% alpaca right there. So yeah, I'll have 3 really warm stripes around my arm. But that's my whip. Oh, I want to show this. This is my octopus progress keeper that my wife made for me. One of her first ones that she made.
Back when I was just
doing beaded
Yeah.
things. I'm going to cover her up so it clears up. And there we go. But anyway, that's my whip.
I just want to show y'all a really quick hack that I do when I'm knitting, because I used to use these all the time, which are row counters. They're electronic ones, but I started having a problem with them, like in my bags. The button would get pushed, so it would get changed to another row, and then I was lost, and I'd have to figure it out. So I started using washi tape to mark what line I'm on, because it peels off easily and doesn't rip your page. So, and washi tape is everywhere here. You can even get it at the Dollar Tree. But I use that to mark my place and to move, and I have yet to have it come off. And then you don't have to mark up your pattern and then white it out and then mark it up again and white it out. So it's just a little hack I thought I'd tell you about. I've been meaning to tell y'all about that for a couple of podcasts now, and I just kept forgetting. So now that I've done that, I can move on. So how many more whips do you have?
This is it.
What? Who are you?
You know exactly who I am. This is typical.
This would be abnormal for me.
Yes. It would be a bigger deal if she only had 1 whip.
Well, I have 3 more. Only two of them are new.
Okay.
Cast-ons.
Well, no, never mind.
What?
I was gonna say you can pick one and show it, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not gonna do that.
So this.
I'm gonna keep on knitting.
This is a shawl for Monkey, and she knows it's coming. She picked out the pattern. I bought the yarn specifically to knit something for her, but this is part of her birthday. She knows it's coming, and she's not gonna get to see the final thing. She's seen it as I'm knitting on it, but it's called Frazzled, and it's got those drop stitches in it, so, and short rows. It's amazing. By Allie Coffee. Is that how you would say it?
Like the drink, only not spelled the same.
Is that how you would pronounce it?
Yes.
Okay. It's an asymmetrical shawl. I knit one for myself and I wear it all the time. It's one of my favorites. But here we go. So for the border, I've got leftovers. Both no makers. Surprise, surprise. Both on the House Gnome, which is 75-25 superwash merino nylon per 100 grams. And this colorway is Baby Gnome. I striped this with Beast. I don't want to take it out. But I striped these two for the border, which you knit the border first. It's like a big old long strip, sorry. And then you go down at the bottom and you cast on and you knit short rows this way. Like my hand movement? The main body is Yoshi and Lucy, which I love her yarn. Her colors are amazing. Her speckles are awesome. But this one was a misfit of the Under the Sea. Something about it she just didn't like. It didn't have enough speckles or something, so you can't get this one specifically, but you can still get the Under the Sea, I believe, when she puts it in her shop. But this one specifically is not because it was a misfit. But it's 75-25 superwash merino nylon 4-ply, 463 yards per 100 grams. So, and I should not run out of yarn on this one because my first one that I knit, I didn't read the pattern very well and I didn't know how to unknit, so I just kept going and fixed it as I went. So, but there we go. So here's your border, and this is where I striped the Baby Gnome and the Beast. And then you pick up down here, or not pick up, you cast on some stitches and then you knit short rows until you get to the end up here and then you bind off.
The stripes there aren't really showing up that well. Not as well as what they show up.
Yeah.
Just looking at it.
But that's kind of what I was going for.
I mean, they're definitely, maybe it's because that's the purl side. Maybe if we...
Well, no, they're both purl side. It's garter.
Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah. So...
I totally knew that, by the way.
But the one that I knit myself like this, Monkey always wants to borrow. So I decided to knit one for her in colors I know she would wear. And blue is like her favorite color right now. It used to be hot pink, like me. Pink, anything, and zebras. She was happy. Now it's all about blue.
And rhinoceroses.
No, flamingos. She loves flamingos right now.
So blue flamingos.
Yeah, and Eiffel Towers.
Yeah.
Not Paris, just the Eiffel Tower. She's a teenager. She's not supposed to make sense. So we go with it.
Better than having pictures of boys hanging all over her wall.
Yeah, this is true. But she's not really into that kind of stuff. No. She's more into like sci-fi stuff and Marvel movies and Star Wars. Well, she tolerates Star Wars.
She tolerates Star Wars. The Marvel movies, she gets as excited as Stinkbug.
Especially if Thor's in it.
Yeah, well.
Thor is her favorite Avenger, and that's all I'm going to say because I'm not going to embarrass her. So, I'm not going to talk about this one yet. I'm not going to talk about that one yet. Words. I think I have an obsession with Doctor Who. What do you think? And I have another bag like this that's bigger and another one that's smaller.
It's understandable because I have those exact same bags too.
Yeah.
I have one of each of those as well.
But your inside's different.
Oh yeah.
This one has got all of the Doctor spaces on it up to the 12th Doctor. Even including the... No, it doesn't have the War Doctor on it. I thought it did.
Doesn't it?
No, I don't think it does.
No, because he'd be right here. He'd be between that Doctor and Eccleston.
I love, though, how they put the scarf of the 4th Doctor between these two, which is... No, it would have been between these two.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I knew what you were saying. They have the 8th Doctor, though, the one that was the movie.
Yeah.
That flopped because they Americanized it too much.
it kind of killed the franchise for what, like 20 years?
It was in the 90s, and then it came back early 2000s.
2005 is when it...
So it was about 10 years. So my other one that I'm working on for, this is also a double duty one. What? So my knitting has a purpose. Why I have so many whips.
That's one of those books that never gets checked out from the library.
What?
Knitting with a Purpose.
So I am knitting the Jennie shawl for our cow. I don't know what my problem is. I am like, the more I try to correct it, the worse it gets. So I just need to quit trying to correct it. But it's the Jennie shawl by the Cozy Up with the Stitching Sisters. And this one is for our cowl and for their cowl. Say it slow enough and it comes out correctly. Because they are doing a knit in the family cowl. So any of their patterns, so you could double dip. Any of their patterns that have names on it, right now they have the Jennie shawl, the Katie shawl, and the Chrissy shawl, which I already have yarn for the Chrissy shawl. I just have not cast it on yet. I don't know how long that's going to wait. We'll see. But I cast this one on last week when he was talking about his coins. On the last week, the last podcast. But this is as far as I've gotten because I got 2 garter stripes and stopped. I'll pick it up again, and that's about when I lost my knitting mojo. So then I cast on some other new stuff, and that kind of helped pick it up. But I've also been really busy in the shop since I took 3 weeks in between. Wow, that is really falling apart now. 3 weeks in between shop updates because I painted my office because I was sick and tired of the brown. I wanted the gray and the white again in there. So, but I am using Knit Picks Swish Worsted on the Dove Heather. So, and this is it's a worsted, I already said that. But this one might get picked up again, but since it's starting to get hot, like we're talking, it's already been up in the hundreds Fahrenheit, like 102 in May.
What's that in Celsius?
I don't know. I know that
60 in Celsius?
I know when they say it, when it's like in the 20s, like plus 20s, that's like hot for them up in Canada. So I don't know. Maybe y'all could tell us. But 102 degrees Fahrenheit in May, when there's been no rain, now all of a sudden it's raining and hailing a lot, which we need the rain. We're not complaining at all.
No.
Love the rain. And the hail has only been like pea size, so it's done no damage.
Actually,
on our side of town at least.
So a little further north of us, they were actually getting like baseball sized hail this past week.
Ugh. We had pea sized, and then it kind of got up to quarter size for a little bit one day.
Maybe marble.
But one of our favorite things to do, me and the kids, is to our back door. We have like a wooden back door, then we have a storm door. But the top part you can pull down, and it pulls down a screen. So we'll open that up, and you can smell the rain. Because it's so dry here, when it's raining, you can smell the rain all the time. And it's amazing. But we have a trampoline in the back, so the kids and me love to sit there and smelling the rain and watch the hail like bounce off the trampoline. It's like little Mexican jumping beans.
We live a simple life here in West Texas.
So my last whip, which is a new cast on. But in my defense, I had a whole bunch of things that I finished last podcast, and I had 2 faux this week. Granted, they were all new cast-ons within the last 2 weeks, but anyways, it's besides the point. I am knitting a cowl, and this one is for a cowl. Did I say that right?
It does.
Okay. For Suburban Stitcher. This is her Get Suburban. And I am using Suburban Stitcher, which she is on Etsy right now, but she just opened up her actual website. And I think it's suburbanstitcher.com. But this one was her colorway of the month in December? November or December, but now she just puts it in the shop. But this one is called Yarn Langsime. And it's 75-25 superwash merino and nylon. And oh my goodness, it's soft. And these are like not colors that I would typically gravitate to. But I love it. And there's even pops of orange, and I hate orange, but I love this. It's like a gray and a yellow that kind of mellow together. You like how I did that? So it's a gray and a yellow that mellow together. You're supposed to go, ha 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 ha. No? I laugh at your dumb jokes. You won't laugh at mine. Rude.
Well, if it was a joke, you should have said they grow together.
No, that's an actual word.
Grello?
Yeah, that's like a thing.
What kind of a thing is Grello?
Gray and yellow together? That was like a fad. Was Grello.
Is that when the chevron designs were really popular?
Possibly. But anyways, I am knitting the Lily cowl, and I believe this is a freebie pattern, but just to be on the safe side. It's a lacy one. That is awesome.
I'm Googling Grello.
And I kind of have to pay attention, but not really. But I've gotten one repeat done. I've gotten the rib and one repeat done. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can you see that?
It's not coming out too well. You can see the ribs now.
We'll block your face.
Blocking the face.
There. Maybe.
Maybe.
So. And it's supposed to be knit with a sport weight, but I'm doing it with a fingering weight because I don't want it to be as big. And I want to make it nice and tall. And you were supposed to have 405 yards of a sport weight. I have never once found a skein that has 405 yards of sport weight yarn. When a sport weight yarn comes on like 320, 350, something like that. And I was not about to buy 2 skeins of sport weight because I don't use it enough. And I didn't want it as big. I wanted it smaller and taller. So you were saying about Grello. No, I know about that Grello company. That's an actual knitting.
Okay, so Grello is a color. It's green and yellow. Basically the color of a tennis ball. Think of the color of a new tennis ball, and that's Grello.
I would have associated gray and yellow as Grello, but that's because I don't like green so much either. Green is his favorite color, though.
It is.
But he doesn't like pink, and pink is my favorite color.
Yep.
So.
Aren't we an odd couple?
Okay. Now that we've done the 80s thing, where we freeze frame.
Freeze frame.
This is in my Doctor Who bag by a fellow Texas maker, Lone Star Arts, who also dyes yarn. And her yarn is amazing too. Ooh, and I just heard thunder.
Yeah.
And that bunny's still just sitting out there in the yard.
Yeah, well, he's about to get rained on.
But I love this bag. This inside fabric, oh my goodness, I need to find it so I can so I can sew a bag with this on the outside because that is gorgeous.
Could you knit a knitting bag?
You could, but that kind of defeats the purpose. Then it's just going to felt against each other as you use it.
Oh, that's true.
But I only have 4 whips, so that's not too bad.
Oh, is that all?
3 of them were new cast ons. But one of them I frogged another project that I had cast on in the last episode. So really there's only 2 new ones.
It's Snack Attack! So, I kind of got a sweet tooth right now.
Oh, really?
I think we should go somewhere.
Okay.
We should do another field trip. Let's do another field trip.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Hey, y'all.
Hey! So it's summertime. Yay! We finished with school for both kids. And one of our favorite places to go in the summer is Bahama Bucks. And what do they serve, kids?
Hawaiian shaved ice.
Don't they sound so excited?
No, but you can get ice cream in the bottom, and it's Bluebell.
So we're gonna take you on a ride, but this time we're doing it with our phone. And we're gonna do the time lapse, so maybe it'll go quicker.
Yeah.
Than when I try to do it through our regular camera.
So
y'all buckle up.
here we go. We're here. Yay!
Let's go check out the menu.
Yes.
Alright folks, so here we are at Bahama Bucks. As you can see, there's the menu and all the, probably 100 different flavors that they have up there?
Yeah, and they have sugar-free and stuff.
And they have sugar-free. For all you out there who are into it, this is the sugar-free, gluten-free, soy, keto, paleo.
No.
No. No?
No.
No.
But we do get a free one this time.
Ooh, we get a free one. Heck yes.
Hi. So, one of the cool things about this is, okay, you see the color of the spoon now. Color changing spoons.
Color changing spoon. And we'll be back in a moment to show you the treasure at the bottom of the snow cone. Alright, so we're back.
I haven't reached the treasure yet.
She hasn't got the eye.
Show your tongue, but why you?
So, what's great about Bahama Bucks is they have an option called a Bahama Rama Mama Llama Drama.
It's Bahama Mama.
Bahama Rama Mama.
Bahama Rama Mama.
Llama Drama.
No. Say
All
that
right.
3 times fast.
Alright, so the treasure at the bottom of the snow cone is...
Just show your...
Oop. Ice cream. They put a scoop of ice cream at the bottom. It's at the bottom.
And what kind of ice cream is it?
Bluebell ice cream. The national ice cream of Texas.
So, here's the thing. When we first started bringing him here, he refused to try the ice cream in the bottom. Because
I did not refuse. I was leery at best. Okay? I was Dennis Leary.
He thought that it would, like, the snow cone would melt into the ice cream, but it doesn't. It keeps it cold.
I thought that once it was scooped out and put in the little cup, you know, the ice cream would start to melt, the snow cone would start to melt, and they would mix and just make this creamy, watery mess. But it works.
So good. And we're back. Umbrella crown and all.
I'm enjoying my tropical water.
So we need to go a little bit further into the whole why Bluebell ice cream is so amazing.
Like I said, it is the national ice cream of Texas.
Yeah, and I know it made national news when they had to shut down their factories because of listeria. That
was a dark day in Texas.
Yes, that was a Bluebell drought.
Yes, but we survived.
Because it's the only ice cream we as Texans really eat.
Well, I know it's the only ice cream we
most Texans
eat.
There was a lot of memes about it.
Yes, there have been a lot of memes about the
drought of 2015.
The Bluebell drought of 2015. Sadly, they used to have like fudge pops.
Banana
fudge pops. They didn't bring any of that back. when they came back. It was all they have now is their tubs of ice cream. And
Banana fudge pops are kind of near and dear to our hearts. That's how we bonded when we were teenagers at church camp. That's how he got me to love him.
So
you take them in here.
Bluebell Ice Cream is made out in Brenham, Texas, which is near Houston. Near is a relative term there because it's still like 2 hours outside of Houston. So
yeah.
But
we used to take banana fudge pops and dip them in Big Red.
Not the gum.
No,
but
the drink. The Texas drink. It's really good. Also, Bahama Bucks, founded right here in Lubbock, Texas. They're in other places, but their headquarters are right here, like not even very far from our house.
No.
But it's one of our favorite. And anytime we go, when it's getting hotter, our daughter will say, "Now it feels like summer," and she'll say that every single time we go. Now it feels like summer. Now it feels like summer. I'm going to leave my umbrella crown on for the rest of the episode. Enjoy.
You go right ahead. I'm gonna leave mine right where it's at.
Okay. We have shop news.
She has shop news. I'm gonna go back to my sweater.
So this update will be next Saturday, which is May 26th of 2018, and it is a Disney inspired update because Mickey bags, I haven't sewn these up. Mickey bags are back. What? And this is the last update for this version of them. I have this on the outside, and then your inside fabric, Steamboat Willie. What? There will be 3 of these. Yes, I believe 3 of these in the shop, all sock size. I do have more material for another point, but these, and it's kind of like this, but it's more Mickey and Friends than just Mickey. But it's all different Mickey posters. So those will be back for the last time. And then for the new, and we've done this on our Instagram Live or YouTube Live, one of them, I don't remember.
I think it was Instagram.
But we're gonna have Mickey and Minnie through the decades. So in one of the decades, there's like 2 different ones because they changed.
Yeah, it was the 30s, wasn't it?
20s? I think it was the 20s. Maybe it was the 30s.
No, you're right. 20s. Because
20s,
you got the 1920s with the little eyes. Right. Let's see, where is one? Right here. They got little eyes here. But then when you come over to this one, they've got big eyes. And not sure why they decided to change in the middle of a decade, but
they did. And then the 1930s, they went to color. Same little eyes. And then the 1940s, they go to the Mickey and Minnie that we know.
Yep.
But this will be your outside. And this will be your inside. There's little gray hearts and some blue, like tealy blue heart every once in a while. And then, if you've been paying attention to my Instagram, I've been teasing something that is brand new to the shop. Alice in Wonderland. What? I have charms and I have bags. So I am, for the first time ever, showing you the charms. Now the fabric I've shown before on like Instagram or YouTube Live, I can't remember. But here's the fabric. And it's the actual like story with pictures from the book written out. And this will be your outside fabric. And then your inside, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see these or not. But I wanted this to go with it, but there was not enough material left that I bought of this. So I wanted a fabric that I could do. But it's, yeah, you're not going to, oh, maybe. There, barely.
Maybe.
You can see it. There's little hearts. It's like a cream fabric with like
cream.
Almost embroidered.
They changed the direction. They changed the direction of the thread.
One's shiny and one's not.
Oh, maybe.
Like the hearts are
It's
kind of
almost like
matte.
scribbled. The hearts almost look scribbled. There you go. Now you can kind of see some down here.
Yeah. So, but that will be the outside.
Inside.
Inside, yes. Probably just going to be sock bags. I am working on doing drawstrings, so if y'all are interested in drawstring, let me know, and I will work on those more to get the pattern down and try and get them in. Not this update, but the next one after that. So we also have charms. We have a charm set. We have, let's see, we have a heart for the Queen of Hearts, and it's sparkly. I put glitter in it. And we have roses because we're painting the roses red. We're painting the roses red. So we have a drink me bottle. So, and this will come in a set. And you will have the choice. All three of these come together. You will have the choice for either an O-ring or a lobster claw. So if you want a progress keeper or a stitch marker. And I will have it in there where you can make a choice for each one. So if you want one that has a lobster claw and the other two to have an O-ring, you can do that. I'll put a choice in for all three of them. Then we have a teapot. Because tea party. Hello. This one comes with a larger lobster claw than these other ones, and I don't have a smaller one out here, but it's larger, so it's easier to maneuver. And this one you can choose. This one will be a separate charm, separate listing. You can choose to have the lobster claw or the O-ring on it. But really, you could pick the lobster claw and use it as a stitch marker or as a progress keeper because you could just put your needle through there. It won't fit as big of a needle though because you have your lobster claw in there, but you could still use it. And then the final one, which I'm quite proud of this one, is modeled off of the Disney cartoon version. And it's the Mad Hatter's hat. So this one comes with a lever back because the top is so big and I don't want you to accidentally break your O-ring, or not break it, but like pull it apart so it comes off. Trying to like work it in there because I've done it on other makers and on my own, but this way it's easier to use. And it's raining again! Yay! You might hear it on camera.
Yeah. Pop quiz. You don't get to answer. Why was the Mad Hatter mad? Pop quiz. Tell us in the comments below if you know.
I know.
I know. And it's not like a Disney reason. There's an actual, like, legitimate reason for the inspiration behind the Mad Hatter being mad.
Johnny Depp talks about it in one of his interviews.
So.
Tell
us in the comments, maybe.
Because we know how Johnny Depp is like really immerses himself in his characters.
Yeah. But we'll give you a shout out if you get the answer right.
But I love it. And I didn't put the card on it because I can't make teeny tiny letters. I don't write pretty, so trying to make teeny tiny letters writing, it would just be awful. So, but Mad Hatter's hat. And that is all I have. So be on the lookout for the We Are All Mad Here collection coming. The bags, when they sell out, they're out. The charms I can remake. So if there is enough interest in these, then these, when they sell out, I'll put them back in the shop. The fabric I cannot get any more of. I bought all they had. So, but that's all I have for shop news. you.
Do we need to show the?
That's in.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we're not gonna have my precious this week. You want to know why?
Because the Filthy Hobbitses stole it!
No, because I was good. I haven't bought anything. Yay! I've been really good. I've been trying to save up all of my pennies for when we go to San Antonio next month. We're gonna hit yarn stores.
Disclaimer time. Cherry Pie Cottage nor its affiliates actually think that Hobbitses are filthy.
So now it's time for the tail end.
And we might do the butts this time.
No, we're not gonna.
No
do
butts?
butts.
Okay, no butts.
Yeah, my dogs are over here like attacking my hand with kisses. Like Noah cannot get close enough.
Okay, well, while you're playing with the puppies. As we said earlier, we had a very generous viewer donate some prizes for the MAL and the cowl. Or are they just for the MAL?
Just for the MAL.
Just for the MAL.
This one is. We have some that were donated for the cowl too, but we're gonna this was from a very, very sweet viewer.
Very sweet, very generous viewer that wanted to share some of her stash with us. Sorry, the dog's under here sniffing at my yarn.
It's fine.
Okay.
One other thing that I just real quick. Sorry, this is for the MAL too. For this next drawing, by the way. So we have 2 patterns by it's the Hug and Snug socks. She is donating 2 patterns for each month that we do a giveaway.
Right.
We have that, but we have a knitting journal. It's a 12-month knitting journal that's going to go in for this next one. So we will have the 2 patterns and this and probably one of these that we just got.
Yes. All right. So the first thing that we're going to show is she sent a bunch of bags, a bunch of yarn.
But she paired them up together.
Yeah, she paired them up, which is really cool. So the first one is I think it's called Totoro.
My Neighbor Totoro.
My Neighbor Totoro, Your Neighbor Totoro.
It's a Japanime.
Totoro from down the street, whatever. So there's this bag.
Who's it by?
And this is by Little Skein and the Big Wool. That's who made the bag. It's got a little ring on it that says Happiness. Let me see if I can get that in there. Yep. It's got a little ring on there that says Happiness. And the yarn that she paired with it is Knit Picks Felici in the Mountain Stream colorway. 75% superwash merino, 25 nylon, 218 yards, 15 grams, fingering weight, 7 to 8 stitches equals 1 inch on number 1 and 3 needle, 21 to 32 something on crochet hooks. Anyway.
It's a self-striping, and everybody knows Felici because it's their self-striping.
But there's 2 skeins of it.
That are 50 grams a piece,
So you get 100 grams of the Felici worsted in the Mountain String colorway.
Oh, that's worsted? I thought that was fingering.
Oh.
It is fingering.
It is fingering. Sorry.
So you have enough to do socks.
Yes. So you got some socks here, or whatever you want to make with it, really. But it'll come in this bag, and this is one of our giveaways for the MAL and or cowl. No, just MAL.
Just the MAL.
Just the MAL. And it's a drawstring bag.
And she pulled these from her stash, I believe?
I believe so. Because I don't think they're all Little Skein in the Big Wool.
A lot of them are.
Yeah. We got a few of them. But that's one.
Here's another one. This one, which also comes with Felici in the Rustic Cabin colorway.
Oh, I like that one. That one might not make it into the giveaway.
No, it's going to make it into the giveaway.
It will.
But this one is also by Little Skein in the Big Wool. And this one, oh my goodness, I want to keep it. But it's a Wizard of Oz bag.
She's not going to keep it.
No, I'm not. I want to. But there's the one side and there's the other.
And that's the actual images from the original book.
Yeah. The original illustrator.
Yeah.
And then the inside is her blue gingham. So there's one, and that comes with this bag.
That's two.
Two.
That's two.
It's one that I'm showing right now today. Here, put that over.
Okay. This one's kind of neat.
That one's different.
Who's this by?
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know
there's a tag on the inside.
Maybe. Let's find out. So
It's
this
got
one,
the little insert for the hard bottom, though.
this one is kind of Halloween themed. It's a trick or treat bag, kind of. I mean, you got some spiders on it.
Maybe you can go and use it at your local
With,
yarn store to trick or treat for yarn.
Just a solid yellow interior, drawstring type. Let me see if there's a maker tag on the inside. I do not see one. So the yarn she sent with this one. So the yarn with the Halloween bag is Wool Mize. What's the color on this? Is it Iron and Woolcraft? Twin? We're different. I don't know.
I don't know what
anyway,
colorway is.
I'm gonna just hold it up here. Somebody who is familiar with this yarn, maybe you can let me know what on this tag is the colorway, if anything.
I think it's a lace weight, though. I'm not sure.
It is. Okay, so this is 80% wool, 20% polyamide. Is polyamide just acrylic? Merino superwash.
It doesn't tell you how many yards. Oh, 510 yards, but that's for 150 grams skin.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fingering.
Okay.
It's a light fingering.
So, I mean, it's like really tightly spun. I don't know if maybe that's all of Wool Mize.
We've never had it. We've never even got to squish it before.
No.
So
it's not too squishy.
But I think it's because it's like, well, you know how Miss Babs will do hers really tight too.
Yeah.
But it's squishy when you knit with it.
Maybe it's just how it's been skeined up that's making it so tight. Because down here it's not so bad. Down here at the little nubbin,
it'd be good
it's
for,
not so bad.
It'd be good for socks. It feels like it's
Once
soft
again,
on your feet and really.
Rohrspatz Wool Mize. So, I don't know.
Wool Mize is kind of hard to get a hold of here in the States.
Yeah.
So I think that one should be grand prize. Part of the last module. No, this one needs to go in October.
Yeah, this will be we'll go ahead and set this one as the October giveaway. So.
The Wizard of Oz one will be for September.
Are we going to go ahead and set all of them?
Might as well.
Well, for now, this one will be the October giveaway.
This one will be the May one. Because it's llamas. And
llamas.
Llamas make me happy.
Save the drama for your llama.
So, there's that one. And this one, I believe, is...
That's probably another little skein in the big wool.
I don't know. There's not a tag, but it has the same little ring that she had on the other ones.
That one says Joy. Joy.
I
like that one too.
This one is Mean Girls Yarn Club, which I've never even heard of. So, but it's pretty. This one is 100% superwash merino DK, 280 yards. That is a lot. 115 grams. 280 grams of a DK weight in one skein. That's awesome. Let's see, what's the other? Oh, it's the Killer Fashion Sense, part of the Mean Girls Yarn Club.
Episode 5.
Yep.
Attack of the
Hoar? It's by Dizzy Blonde Studios. Or that's where you can find this dyer. So I think this might have been a yarn club.
Like a
monthly
kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but this is for next month. And this one, I guess this goes with it because there's
a little stitch marker. So.
There's that one.
So that was 4.
Yes. As we were saying, the camera.
Yeah.
Shut off.
Okay, so the next one is a bird bag. I believe it's another little skein in the big wool because it's got the same ring on it. And this one says happiness again. But that's
Again,
your...
We're not 100% sure if
not
that's
100%.
True.
Oh, wait. Where's this? Yeah. That's, little skein in the big wool. There's your tag. So, There's your inside, some kind of yellow and orange flowers. Let's see what's in this one. The Space Cadets Interstellar Yarn Alliance.
Oh, it's Space Cadet yarn, which is hard to get a hold of too.
Dyer's Notes for Blossom Blossom Bloom. So that'll be in the bag. Let's see what the yarn is.
Ooh, that one's pretty.
SpaceCadetYarn.com.
I love her logo.
Yeah. So, kind of an Eastery color.
What's the colorway?
The colorway is Esther. Or, well, no, not even Esther. It's Easter, basically. 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 100 grams. Oh, sorry, the colorway is Blossom Blossom Bloom.
So, Esther is the base, we believe.
I guess so.
It looks like it's a DK though, not a, I mean...
I'm going to put that over there.
Maybe it's a fingering.
Anyway.
What weight is it?
Fingering, I believe. Yeah, fingering.
Okay.
It says right there. Yep. AG20, superwash nylon, Blossom Blossom Bloom. And it's got little speckles in it. Like really little speckles. I don't know.
Might have been where the dye broke. I think it's a variegated.
Let's see. You can kind of see it in there.
But it looks like it's the kind that would like swirl.
Maybe. But right there. So that is going to be in the tweeter bag. And it will forever be tweeter now.
Then we have a butterfly bag.
Bitter flies.
So this one is interesting too because it's got...
It's like a lunch pail.
I know, it's shaped like a lunch pail. And you've got pockets over here for like pins and needles and crochet hooks. And then you've got another pocket for notions. And then this one comes with hazelnuts.
That is all you. I like the colorway, man.
Yeah. I like it too, I just don't know. It's a naughty skein. But naughty is spelled different. It's 90% superwash merino, 10% nylon in the ice cream sundae colorway. And I think it's a fingering weight, I believe. But again, this is another yarn that we have never ever got to get.
We've never
knitted, or even squished. We've never seen it. So, never got to squish. That's the words I was looking for. But that's what we have from the very generous. Oh, we do have a My Precious because she sent us some too.
We do. So do we want to? We can throw that in. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 bags.
So we have May, June, July, August, September, October, November.
So we've got other giveaways.
Yeah. Well, November is when we're gonna have like the big monster, like the one that knit the most, gets the grand prize.
So, what she was very kind and sent for us as a thank you for
doing the cowl,
for doing the MAL.
Sorry.
Right. She sent us our favorite. Maybe not the colorway. I like the color, but the dyer. You go first.
We can show them here.
Okay. So
no makers.
We got some no makers.
Yay!
This one is Under the Tree colorway, fingering or sock weight 75-25 in the house gnome base, 462 yards, 100 grams, what have you. So, nomakers.com, check them out.
What? This one is the To Be Jolly, and this one's on her Stellina base, Sparkle Gnome.
That sparkle is really coming through.
Yeah. So, this will either be socks for me or for Monkey, because Monkey really loves sparkle. So, but when was your born date?
My born date?
Yeah, Because on her tags, she always puts born on date when they were died.
November 20th, 2012.
November 20th, 2012.
Look at that. Twinsies.
So, yep. So I guess I better start thinking about what I'm going to do with this.
So that is everything from that provider. Oh, yeah. One more thing.
This will be for November. But she sent a book too. It's called What to Knit When You're Expecting. Ooh. And you don't even have to be expecting. There's things in here that you could, yeah. Look at that.
Is that a knit tutu?
Yes, and it's knit with mohair, so it's got the floof on it. That is cute as can be. Oh no, it's cashmerino.
Oh.
But you could probably knit it holding mohair with it.
So you don't have to be expecting.
No.
Maybe you know somebody who's expecting. And
or you're a grandmother or an aunt or just a friend.
Well, or you know, a cousin who's kind of like an aunt.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause
she just got that.
Yeah.
And we don't need to talk about that.
No.
But,
my cousin.
or we can talk about it.
I'm not going to talk about that other thing. But my cousin and his wife, who I count her as a cousin too. She's family.
Yeah, she's.
But
if I'm cousin, she's cousin.
He's an only child. My cousin is. And they have a little 1-year-old. As cute as can be. And I knit for him.
A little button.
Yeah. I knit for him. He's technically my second cousin, but he gets treated more like a nephew.
Yeah.
I even keep a little toy car in my purse so he can play with it at church, but it's more to bribe him to come see me. Because we have this little game where he pretends like I'm not there. He loves me because I can get his attention.
That sounds like the greatest game for somebody who's in denial.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game we play where he just pretends I don't exist.
No, when I actually do get him like by myself, then he's all about me. But he really loves Jared and Stinkbug. If they're around, I have no chance of getting his attention. Plus, he just turned a year old and everything is fascinating to him. And he knows how to make an adult just melt.
He can ham it up like nobody else.
Yes, he can. So, but that was all. So she sent 7 prizes in all.
Yeah. Man, that's thick too. There's a lot in there.
And there's a lot. That little tutu. Oh my goodness. I need somebody to have a baby girl so I can knit that tutu for them.
Well,
I need to get this book for myself now.
Anyways,
and that's all from
that viewer.
Right.
Super generous, super sweet.
Yes.
And again, this is the other one.
So, Amy from Happy Little Yarn contacted me and donated 2 skeins, one for the MAL and one for the cowl. This is for the MAL. This is Happy Little Yarn, and it's a fingering weight, and it's called Care, which she has some of these in her shop too. This is a new colorway, but this one is for the Ronald McDonald house, and I'm about 80% sure that she came up with this colorway for the MAL and put some in her shop. But I love the fact that she named it Care.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. It's 450 yards, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. But this one, I might have to order one for myself because this is me in a skein.
Basically.
Yes.
So
pretty. So there's that. You get that, and this comes with a
button tape measure.
Yep. I'm gonna put that over here.
What? Oh, okay.
I
was gonna put it in the prize box.
The prize box is over here.
Oh. So another one that she sent. Can I show this one?
No, so it's for the cow.
Oh. Well,
you can talk about that.
Oh, okay. So something else Amy from Happy Little Yarn sent is a coupon code.
Don't show her. It shows her name, her full name.
Oh, well, coupon code. She says coupon code for you and your viewers on her Etsy shop. Cherry 15.
Cherry is all caps.
Yep, Cherry is all caps, the number 15, and you get 15% off of everything, off of anything in her shop through July 31st, 2018.
And we'll pop it up here too, so
Yep.
you can.
Yeah, we'll put the coupon code up on the screen, so that way you can see that. We also have those other yarns that we pulled from our stash.
Yeah, but we showed those last week. Do we need to show them again?
I want to show mine again at least. Well, you could have just handed me the yarn. Anyway, so this is a Malabrigo on the. I can never remember. Okay, is it the Arakita colorway or is it
That's
the Arakita?
the colorway. Machetta
Okay.
is the base.
Arakita colorway on the Machita
Machetta.
base. That's an I. That's Machita.
It's Machetta.
100% merino superwash, approximately 100 grams, 420 yards. And I bought this when we very first started knitting, and I just have zero idea what to do with it.
Because it's a single ply
It's
too.
a single ply, super squishy, smells amazing. But I'm throwing this into the prize box for the MAL. So I have this one. She has one. She's not wanting to show it again.
You can show it. It's fine.
Okay. Her Miss Babs Hot Shot fingering yarn in the Bloomin' Pansies colorway. 80% superwash, 20% nylon, 400 yards, 4 ounces. Just really pretty yarn.
And there's a zebra boxy bag
Yes.
from the shop that I've put in
Zebra
for both the
boxy
MAL
bag.
and the cowl. There's one for each.
So
And we'll just throw in some beaded charms as we feel like it.
but that's all in the prize box for the MAL. So get your entries in, please.
We really want to
Don't-
give away something next month.
We have
for this
so
month.
much stuff to give away, and if you don't enter, then we're just going to keep it.
No.
No, we won't.
We'll have to contact her and see if we can't give it away for something else. then.
Yes. So get your entries in.
And again, if you just put in something in May, you could win prizes all the way up through November.
Yes.
So
Ooh,
it
it
is
is
really coming down
Really
now.
starting to come down.
I don't know if y'all can hear it, but in the
You might be able to hear it through our flue.
yeah. So for the cowl, we have the zebra bag.
You want to show the zebra bag?
Yeah,
Well, now you want to show something.
because we only have 2 prizes for this one. This one, the cowl, which is the Cozy Up with the Stitching Sisters, is going until July. End of July. And we are only drawing prizes in July. So, but any of their patterns, whips included. And if you knit one of the Jamie shawls, the Katie shawls, or the Chrissy shawls, you can put it in hours. Oh yeah, also I am making one of these bags for the MAL. Like exactly with the
Same interior, because mine's not special anymore.
well, possibly the same interior, but
all,
I do
all the
the
all the
outside.
animated Disney movies with the Steamboat Willie on the inside.
As of right now, that's the plan, but we will see. But we have, there's one of these in the MAL to give away in the MAL too, but we have this that we're going to give away with this, which is also by Happy Little Yarn, and it's called Sisterly, which really makes me think
Get
that
it?
she
Get it?
I think she came up with this colorway for our cowl too. It's in her shop too, so if you want some, go grab it. And it's the same base as the other one, 75-25, 450 yards. But it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. And it also comes with a tape measure. But all of this will go together and probably, let me just throw that
Throw
anywhere.
that anywhere, it'll be alright.
And I will probably throw in some stitch markers too. Not probably, I will. I just haven't decided which ones I'm going to put in yet.
And that is something that we had said last time that would be in the giveaways for the MAL and the cowl. Is just random stitch markers.
Well, no, this
Here or
one
there.
I'm literally going to
No.
probably make polymer ones.
Well, I'm literally gonna saying that last time we said we would randomly put in something else with the giveaways.
So, but use the coupon code and go show her some love. She also has a podcast. She's quite funny. She also has a regular .com, happylittleyarn.com, where she sells other yarns like Life in the Long Grass and some ones that are hard to get a hold of. But,
You know what I just noticed?
what?
She actually spelled our names right. Both of them.
Well, I've ordered from her.
Oh, okay. She spelled both of our names right, which is rare.
For me, yes, to get my
Yeah.
name right. His, it's surprising how often people get it wrong.
You know what I saw the other day?
What?
Jered.
What?
Jered.
Gerard?
No, Jared. Jared. Oh, where am I putting this? In the prize box?
In the
Or
prize box.
Or
Not
the
the
donation
box,
box?
but no, the prize box.
Okay. The tub.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
that's it.
yep.
Don't forget to like and share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that jazz.
Please.
For
No
our-
thumbs down. We
No
got a
thumbs
thumbs down on the last episode. Who's doing that? What are we doing wrong? If you're going to thumbs down, at least tell us why.
Yeah, if you
Please.
like something that we do, tell us.
We may or may not change it because
Yeah.
one thing you don't like, several other people might like.
Yeah.
So
We've had some people voice concerns about what we do or what we show.
certain segments. That
certain segments.
They particularly don't care for it, but several other people like, so we keep doing it.
Yeah.
Also, please go to the Ravelry group, go into the thread that says, "Hey y'all." Thank you to all new and returning viewers. Meant to say that at the beginning of the episode and I didn't. Oops. Do you have anything else to say?
Read your Bibles.
God is good.
Amen.
Bye y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Our battery's about to die.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think I put the new battery in. I think I just charged it.
Told you I needed to plug the camera in. I said I need to plug the camera in. What are you gonna plug the camera in? We got full battery.
Okay, while he goes on and on about that, I'm going to go ahead and continue talking.
No, don't continue talking.
Why?
I'm gonna edit all that out.
You want to hit stop?
No, I'll just edit it all out.
So then hit stop. I'm telling you, he's stubborn.
Huh.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say stubborn as the day is long.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, it would make more sense if you plugged it in over here.
You know what? Why don't you get up and plug it in then?
Are you making fun of my accent again?
No.
I didn't say it like that. That was like Beatles. Woot woot. It's plugged.
Okay.
So what flavor did you get? Blueberry muffin. And did you get it with the ice cream in the bottom? Well, duh. What flavor did you get? Root float. Of course you did. What flavor did you get?
Red Raider.
What?
Guns up.
I got toasted coconut, and mine has ice cream in the bottom too, but I haven't reached it yet. So,
I reached
but
mine.
yay!
Hey Monkey, let's see your tongue. Oh, yours isn't as colorful. What about you, Stink Bug? No, his doesn't have any.